Hey fam, I'm thinking about this sky show they're gonna show us, and these illusions, and you know how how much they do, uh, how much time and energy they spend on making all this illusional crap believable. You know, so I found this video right here. Let's take a look.
We may be closer than ever to recreating some of the most iconic tech in sci-fi history.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
We've seen hologram technology move leaps and bounds over the last few years. Maybe you caught Jesse's look at 3D volumetric displays a few weeks ago. Now, researchers from the Interact Lab at the University of Sussex have created three-dimensional holograms you can hear and even feel. They call their device...
You hear that? You can hear it and you can feel it. Okay? They're making all this illusionary stuff where you can hear and you can feel it like it's real. The further brainwashing. Ooh.
The acoustic trap display. Essentially, it's using sound to manipulate a tiny particle that traces out these images. Here's how it works. The display is made up of an array of small ultrasound speakers that produce sound waves, LED lighting, and a 2mm bead. The sound waves keep the bead suspended in midair, and they can manipulate the bead's position. The bead moves around the display too fast for our eyes to see, so what we see is a 3D image. And remember, this is genuinely a three-dimensional image. It doesn't just appear to have depth. That means it can be viewed from any angle. Now, believe it or not, this tech is actually inspired by old-school TVs. You may not be old enough to remember CRT televisions, but they created images with a single color beam that scanned across the screen so quickly, our brains registered them as a single image. Another point worth noting,
and another reason for all of these games too, I noticed, getting our brains used to reading these images, because that was like the Mario Brothers game, the first games that they came out with, they were training our brains to see things in the way that they want us to see them, and when they talk about these old movies, I like to remind the folks about the Star Trek. Star Trek been showing us fighting them in hologram, using holographic rooms where they would go into and practice, and they would be fighting against stuff that they couldn't see, but it was real, and they can conflict with it, and touch and hear and smell and all of this stuff. They've been showing us all of this technology that they've always had, but they put them in the movies, so we didn't pay attention to them. But I did. Every time I seen something, I was like, oh shit, when they gonna have that? Like the first video phone I seen with Captain Kirk over there video talking to Spock. And I was like, well, when could y'all hurry up and make that? And look, today we got video phones right now. And look at this right here. They got holograms. They been had it. They have holograms that you can see and touch. And then later on, they'll tell you they have holograms that you can see and touch and even smell and feel like you're right there and like they're right there. How you think they're going to perform this gigantic sky show and make it believable?
Nature reporter Lizzie Gibney saw this acoustic display up close. She said the images don't flicker in real life like they do on video. But here's where it gets really cool. The speakers can also make the beat vibrate to produce different sound waves, which means these images can freaking talk.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Now, I can't be the only one who immediately started thinking about Princess Leia sending a...
Right, exactly. In all these movies, don't take these movies, just stop looking at them in a trance, just being entertained and all of this bullshit. Look at what they're showing you in these movies, how they're using this technology. Whatever the fuck they're showing us in these movies is the shit that they have, but they'll put it in the movie in 20 million BC, ABD, whatever the hell, and then you lose focus. You don't pay attention. But pay attention to what they're showing you in all of their technology, because it is the technology that they have. That's why they're showing it to you.
Stress called the Obi-Wan when I saw that. If that doesn't blow your mind, we're not done yet. The ultrasound waves can also generate tactile feedback, meaning you could essentially feel the flutter of the butterfly's wings. And it's true, we're still a long way off from the holodecks we all know and love in the Star Trek universe.
That's what I was talking about, this holodecks, where they would go in and have little trials and fight little things or whatever and see how they can beat it or whatever. But that shit is not a long way off. When they put it in that movie, they have already made this holodecks. They have already made this technology. It's already here. Or not made, but used and manipulated the technology that's always been here, And then they want to show you, they're showing you what they're going to do to scare you to death, what they're going to do to make you believe it's real spaceships and aliens and shit flying out the sky. They're showing you because they got to show you. They're showing you. They've been showing you, And they just hope that you don't pay it no attention. And so when they scare you to death and bring on the sky show, you just fall on down and give up whatever for these imaginary things.
But there's no other volumetric display that can produce touch the way this one can. And the researchers behind it say the ability to manipulate matter without actually touching it opens up a...
I just find it, something to think about because they're showing us that womb sign, the same sign that all of them hold up, that womb sign, the Jay-Z, all of them, that womb sign. Okay, go ahead.
Ton of other opportunities. For example, you could mix chemicals without the risk of human contamination, or even manipulate human tissue to better deliver life-saving drugs.
There we go. Manipulate the human tissue to better administer more crap to the human to kill them. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to them when they start talking about they're going to administer some life-saving. Y'all don't need to administer shit. Nothing. Y'all need to administer nothing to the human body. Okay? So, of course, all of their technology is to find a way to take out the superior beings, being us.
Scientists say a future version of this device could include multiple beads, making for a more detailed image. And this version was built using fairly inexpensive components that really any of us could buy. So don't be surprised if this appears on someone's holiday wish list in a year or two. What would you make into a talking, touchable hologram? And I know, this is YouTube, so please, don't make me regret asking that.
Okay, if I could invent something, it would be something to just take out devils and demons automatically. I don't even have to do nothing. Just as soon as it appears, and I think it just start killing off demons and devils. Okay, that's it. Anyway, I want you guys to focus on the technology, what they got. Holograms that you can smell, you can touch, you can see, you can fight with, you can talk to. You know what I'm saying? See what they got out there for you, because they already know. It's just a manipulation of energy, the technology, and manipulating our energy so that we succumb to the technology. And then we getting ready to bow and fall and pray and worship the technology, the aliens. All right, y'all be safe out here. I'm sick of them. But they keep showing us what they're doing. Pay attention.